It's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from L.A. Here comes Williams on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning-quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. In time, well, time is not on his side.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Elijah Molden.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Pistol snap to Carr. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Carr with it on 3rd and short. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically, kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Saints will get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Carr throwing on 3rd. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punting unit out now. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
So through 1, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They've got first down from the 31. They bring their tight end left. First and 10, here's Herbert. Looking, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're out and set, first and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another run for Kamara. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Third down from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers will be set up with some great field position here. New set of downs for him from the 46. Herbert on first down. Completed to Hurst. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers, looking at 2nd and 3. Herbert from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now, Herbert. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it!
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
Here comes the Saints offense. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Carr off the play fake. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Back to the air, Carr. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. Begins his return at the 16. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Out comes the Charger offense late in this first half. They're up by just 2, so you have to think they just want to get to the locker room. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout called by the Chargers, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Throwing on first is Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now Herbert again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. A massive shot towards the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So at halftime, it is a very common halftime score, 2-0, a safety, all that's put points on the board. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the 2nd half. They've got some distance ahead of them, starting deep in their own territory after that free kick. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. A give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third down run by Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. On the play fake, it's Herbert. That's complete to Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Dobbins gets it off the option. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Running it again with Dobbins. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 17. Hauled in by Dobbins. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Dobbins on 1st and goal. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Now Herbert to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers push this to an 8-point game. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers push the lead to 2 scores now. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
2nd and 10, here's Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing again, it's Carr. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Carr here from the gun. On target to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense up to the line fast. They go play action with Carr. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll throw it yet again. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the red zone now. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Offense in the hurry up here. From the shotgun, Carr. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. They kick the running back in motion. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They're out there with a lead that's down now to just 2 points, Brock. So you got to be cautiously aggressive, right? Try to run out the clock, but take care of the football because all it takes is a field goal to beat you.
How many times do these games we call come down to just one possession? Right? It's why these teams spend so much time situationally in the red zone, end of half, end of game. You got to live for these situations.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.